Welcome to Simply Heaven, the podcast where we tackle the biggest question of all time: what happens after I die? And more importantly, how do I get into heaven? Join us as we dive into what the Bible says, explore other perspectives from other religions, and share some wild personal stories along the way. This is a space for honest and real conversations for those looking for hope in this broken world. So grab a coffee, settle in, and join us as we uncover the truth together. And we're live.
We are live.
All right, here we
In
go.
the studio.
I think we're going to actually do a serious episode now.
We are doing an episode.
Yeah.
We always do serious episodes.
Yeah, this
That's
is
all
serious.
we do.
This is Sirius XM, the gospel.
This is hardcore journalism.
Whoa,
About the
whoa.
gospel here. Journalism. I said journalism.
Call
Actually, it's not
it
even
what you
journalism.
want. Yeah. All right, Greg.
All right, here we go.
Topic boy.
Oh, topic. Okay,
we
so I want to touch on a very, very serious subject,
Yes.
but I'm trying to break it down in a non-serious way. I'm trying to keep the topic light as possible.
Well, yeah. All right. What do you got?
And the topic is race.
Oh, like a marathon.
Like buttered rice?
No, not
pilaf?
rice. Race.
Oh, NASCAR.
No.
Risotto.
No,
I
it's
guess
still
risotto's not
rice.
rice.
It's not race.
Oh. Quinoa.
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
Perfect. Because there are only certain races that probably eat quinoa.
Yeah.
Is that how you pronounce it?
Quinoa.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. How did you think you pronounced it?
Quinoa.
Quinoa.
That's what it looks like.
Quinono.
It is quinoa. So, what were we talking about?
Talking about race.
Ah.
And why does God
The Great
allow-
American Race?
No.
Amazing race.
Amazing race. How sweet the sound
Quinoa or whatever it's
that
called.
saved a wretch
You know where
Yes.
that song came from?
like me.
I don't know.
Yeah, I'm sure someone does. Anyway, let's go.
I thought you were going to give me a fact.
Yeah, see, there you go for thinking.
Oh, yeah. No, actually, so that song came from a guy that used to be a slave owner. I'm not even kidding. No.
Yeah,
Hold on.
let's keep this on.
Yeah.
No.
There's a
This is
slave
going to tie
owner.
in. This ties in. This
Okay,
ties in.
Okay.
There we go.
So this was written in like the early 1700s.
A blind squirrel
the
finds
guy-
a nut every once in a while.
That's right. So he was like he was a very high up wealthy man, owned many slaves. Long story short,
It wasn't Cowboy
The-
Candy, was it?
I'm not sure. No, who wrote that? I don't know the name of who wrote
That's
the
my
song.
Django Unchained, by the way.
I don't know the guy, but
But anyway,
yeah.
so his life gets radically changed
Okay.
and saved by Jesus. He lets go of all of his slaves, gives them freedom, and then becomes an advocate to help rescue slaves after. And he wrote this song after he got saved and looking back on his life. So Amazing Grace, how sweet the sound that saved a wretch like me. He was
He
the
was a
wretch.
Huh.
Yeah, so he
You
radically.
both stared at me, by the way. Like
Yeah.
Was that?
You both turned and looked at me as if I did something wrong.
Well, I didn't turn. I'm
you're-
facing
this is
you
true. Yeah, it is
directly. Yeah. You just looked up and noticed that I'm just beaming you down right
Yeah,
now.
This is true.
No, I just turned because you're a wretch.
Oh. Like you.
Listen, if the sparkling shoes fit,
I don't have sparkly shoes on today.
well then I guess they don't fit. Look at that. So, race.
Yes. The reason why I bring it up is because why did it, and I think you can go a couple different routes with it, but I think it's such a fascinating topic. Why did God create all the different, like, I know he separated all of us and then, but you know, because at one time, I believe we all spoke the same language. If I'm going Old Testament somewhere, I think I'm.
I mean, that would go closer to the story of Babel
Yeah,
when
that's
but
what
when
I was
everybody was
That's what I
working in the
thinking
same
too,
accord.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But
but
why do you think that is? Why do you think he made it so we're all different culturally?
Right, because
skin
when you think
tone,
about it,
you know,
created everything. It could have been all the same.
we could have been,
Like,
which
you're
was
starting from
extremely boring.
scratch.
Yeah,
Well, we say that now because we have all this diversity, but
we do.
But if everybody was just little blue people and shiny happy blue people, like, and everyone just
Steve just saw the movie Smurfs for the first time this weekend. That's where this is coming from.
Yeah,
He was not a Gargamel fan.
I
He was
still
more of a
don't
Papa Smurf guy.
understand how there was 100 Smurfs and one Smurfette, but yeah, whatever.
Oh,
I'm just saying,
Okay.
like as
That's
a
why
kid,
they're all happy.
I
I think there was a Grumpies.
No, now you're mixing up the dwarfs.
Oh,
And there were 7 of them and one princess. So,
There was a Grumpy
and one
Smurf.
was Grumpy.
oh, was there?
Was there
yeah.
a Grumpy Smurf?
Oh yeah, it was a Grumpy Smurf. Oh yeah.
Okay.
He was. I mean, he still likes Smurfette, but he was. There was a Grumpy Smurf.
She didn't like him.
No, well,
That's why he was
Oh.
grumpy.
I don't think anybody really knew what Smurfette was up to. She just kept the whole village running. That's it.
Yeah. She kind of did.
All right. So, races.
Yes. Did you say
We're
racist?
not all blue. We're not all blue. And for
No.
what
Right.
reason are we not all?
Yeah, why don't we? Because you get the argument from we're all created in God's image, but yet, what color is he?
Well, what's the definition of God's image?
There you go.
Right,
Maybe
that's
we
what I'm
are all created in His image.
We
and His
are.
image is
Translucent. That's what
multi-dimensional.
I'm
and
More translucent.
he's just
You see right through him.
So he's translucent.
Yeah.
or transparent, like completely.
Ooh.
Well,
Cloudy or-
God
is he
would be
cloudy?
transparent. Yeah, he is a transparent God. He's very
See, he is transparent.
yeah
In the parent part.
yeah.
Let's go with that.
So let's not dive into that any
I
further.
know. I was like, whoa, look, tripwire hanging right out there.
This is a transcendent conversation.
Wow.
Here
Wow.
we go. We're gonna keep forging ahead.
Yeah. So, what does the Bible have to say about that?
I don't know. You're our fact checker.
Yeah, we didn't have any
Yeah, we
facts
didn't have
checked
you
last
here
time.
just to.
I'm really excited to listen to last week's
You're like,
episode.
everybody, y'all need to look that up for yourselves. It sounds something like this. Say it to ChatGPT, you'll get it.
Yeah, cat got your back.
Got your back. That is the cat.
How do we know it's not racist?
AI?
Well, you ask it.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Well, then.
Sorry, I don't know how to answer that.
Or, yeah, actually, I am. I was programmed by a bunch of racists. You should see some of the conversations that we have with our bots. It's
Really?
it's hilarious. Oh, absolutely, it's hilarious. Like Holly and I would just sit there and laugh. They're hilarious.
Okay.
All right. So,
And we could actually have this. We should actually have AI on as a
As a
As a
guest.
guest.
guest, and someone will be the voice of the AI. We'll
No,
just-
well, AI has the voice.
Yeah, you can
oh,
have
that's
the
right.
voice.
It could just and we could pipe it in. It'll have its own mic. We could give it its own
Wow.
mic.
Okay. Yeah. We'll
Okay.
stay
anyway.
tuned. Stay
And
tuned.
yes, we'll see what AI has to say about it.
All right. So, what's the question from
I
race?
guess the question is why? Why are we all different, and why do people view it as a? And I don't want to take a negative because I think that's the wrong way of looking at it, and I don't really want to. I don't know if I want to go down that path, but there's a lot of people that are like, oh, you look different to me, and this and the stereotypical things that come with different races. You know what I mean? I look at it differently. I love like the whole different cultures and the foods and the I enjoy that. I like seeing other people's cultures, but there's a lot of people that don't. But why aren't we all the same? Why aren't we all the same culturally?
Yeah, I mean,
Is it for a positive or a negative, I guess, is what I'm asking.
Well, if it was given by God, I mean, the easy answer is
Yeah, of course.
all things good come from above.
Correct.
Is what we're told in the Bible, right?
Yeah.
And what we know is that nothing can be created nor destroyed from God. Well, nothing can be created unless it comes from God, right?
Right.
So the enemy doesn't have any power to create.
Right.
He can only manipulate,
Right,
which
well,
means
that's
it has
what
to
it
come
is.
from something that's already created. So we would have to assume that the different races, cultures, ethnicities, languages, everything comes from God for good.
Right.
We learned that in the fall of Babel. But then when we get into why do some people not like the differences, it would have to be coming from a demonic presence.
Of course.
Something of the enemy trying to manipulate a gift from God to turn it into something that is a negative, which would be...
Do you
But, right,
enjoy
so this is what I
experiencing
mean.
other people's cultures?
Yeah, and I think that is the gift that gets defiled by the enemy and the powers that are active in this world.
Right.
Because that is a gift to be able to experience other perspectives. I think even if we all looked alike,
Oh, we'd find some way to hate each other.
Exactly. And our experiences would still be different.
Yeah.
And I think in making those differences completely visible, not just after you experience them, but visible differences, I think it challenges us to love and to grow to be more like Christ. And also, I guess. I mean,
this is probably, and I'm not trying to be, but this is probably a hard subject for you.
To be able to open our hearts up to other.
Well, because he's probably you probably have experienced.
Why Steve versus like me?
I don't even know where to go with this.
What are you saying?
All right, go ahead.
I missed the question. What was the question? What was it? What was it? Was that?
This is probably more of a specific topic for you.
Why?
Because he's probably dealt with this more.
Why?
Than some. I have not.
How does he put? What if there's a?
Why Steve over you or me?
Have you dealt with a racist situation?
Who hasn't dealt with racist situations before?
I don't think I have.
There you go.
Yeah, I've never been called out just because I'm a white guy.
That's not true.
Oh, it hasn't?
No, because, I mean, we could go to the extent...
Are you being racist to me right now? You're like, no. I hate Irish folk?
Well, no. Well, first off, Irish folk were 100% discriminated against at times.
I'm just talking about me personally.
So that's the... yeah, but even... you grew up in Center City, Reading, right?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
So you're telling me that there weren't some people when you were growing up being a part of the minority that you didn't get some sort of racism.
No,
to an extent.
Really
it's a different thing. Yeah,
I never really had that.
Because I know it would be a different thing. But here's the thing: if you didn't personally experience it, that's what he's saying. He never felt.
I never felt
attacked.
Personally. Yeah, like hey, I'm like an outcast.
Right.
Gotcha.
Now, yes. That's right. And then I could
or discriminated against because of who I am.
Yeah. It is a distinct kind of experience.
Right.
I
course.
can say that.
Yeah.
And you're right though. Yeah, as a black person who's lived in a predominantly white world for most of my life, I've seen it a lot. I've kind of come to expect it. And it's
right.
But I don't expect it like, everyone's going to be racist. It's just like I'm not really surprised when it happens and it doesn't hurt when it does. Because I put it really pretty simply. As long as whoever I'm dealing with, racist or not, is not any authority over me,
which is great.
Then I don't have any problem with you. You can have your way, you can have your thoughts, I'll have mine, and we don't need to talk about it.
Well, that's a good way of looking at it.
Right.
Have you had any any experiences in the negative or the positive?
So like me growing up, I grew up in a lot of more of like your very white predominant areas. So I've seen racism because like I grew up in.
I think we've all
rural
seen racism. I'm just saying, me personally, I've never been like held
right. But I think again, I think this is what this is the slippery slope that we wanted to stay off of.
Yeah,
right? The idea is any of that isn't from God.
Of course,
it's manipulated. Yeah,
right. But the benefits that we get, I mean, God is put all of this in front of us for us to grow and prosper.
Yeah,
just like the trees, all of these that are put here for us to grow and prosper. And if our hearts are in the right place, we can do that.
Yeah. And
there's a whole lot of ways that
we could twist it. Yeah.
Well, that it gets twisted.
Yeah.
And I think that is right now is one of the easiest tools the enemy has to keep us separated from one another and separated from the Spirit, or at least tried to pull us away.
Yeah,
because it's harder to focus.
Yes. Yeah. I agree, but I do, and I want to go kick it on a. I do enjoy experience other people's culture, especially food.
Yeah. I just heard about this thing. There's a news article about it in the Washington Post. It's breaking bread and breaking barriers dinners. They're happening in Philly right now, and they're trying to recreate the atmosphere of the Reading Terminal Market.
Oh,
Philly?
I've been there many times.
Yes, exactly. So what they're saying is there's so many cultures that gather in there, and everybody's all there. So what they started doing was having 700 people. They got in together and having these dinners where they shared their food, different cultures that would normally not get together. They're all eating, break bread, sharing their food, sharing their flavors and spices, and talking about all these things. And they've gotten, some really great things have happened. Especially, I think the first time they did it, it was in the first session when they did this. They had the Mummers who do the Mummers Day Parade in Philly.
Irish folk.
Apparently, they did
There's nothing
some
better
act.
than it.
They did some act that was offensive to the Chinese American community in Philly.
I take it
So
back.
one of the first dinners was the Mummers and the Chinese American community and some others having dinner together.
That's a wild group, right?
Exactly. That's how.
Do they come in full Mummers
Well,
gear?
and you got to check it out. It's pretty interesting stuff. But just like you're talking about, experiencing other cultures is how we,
how we grow.
that's how we grow and how we can spread love. Because
Right.
how else are you going to spread the word of Jesus to all cultures and here, there, and everywhere if you are afraid of strangers or afraid of people who don't look like you?
Yeah, that's true, yeah.
So.
Yeah.
And then again, maybe that makes it easier to spread the word of Jesus.
I think it does. Because you're in that conversation of, this is who I am, it's my background, and you're breaking down the barrier of, okay, this person does look different to me, but now I'm learning not the person, what's on the outside, I'm finding out who the person is.
Yeah.
And that's what I always try to teach my kids. It's not about what they look like. You're trying to figure out who the person is, and there's good and bad in everybody,
Yeah, and a Bible verse that came to my mind is, and there's not much context to this conversation with the verse, but I'll get to where.
Yeah, you'll paint the picture.
Yeah, so we learn in the Bible that God, He's the God of things seen and unseen.
Mm-hmm.
So your question was like, well, why do people look different?
Yeah.
So remember,
Why did he
God
allow
is the
that?
God of things seen and unseen. So we can look visibly at differences between people, but what we don't see is the differences of each people by just looking at somebody on the inside. So God made us different on the outside, the same way He made us different on the inside.
Yeah.
Like how He created us. Each one
'cause
has
there's
different gifts.
Right,
Each one has different
blood
things.
types. Yeah, I don't know
And
if you're shooting it that way.
yeah, but like all things, like we have a very creative God.
We're
Yes.
beautifully and wonderfully made and all unique.
Exactly.
Yes, that's
Even
true.
twins.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah, look at Arnold and Danny DeVito. They're not.
Yeah,
they're not even
exactly.
close. They're,
They're a little close. It's hard to tell them apart.
Yeah.
If
Do
you
you
see
know
one.
they were supposed to make a sequel?
Not
Do you know who the
surprised.
third twin was? Supposed to be?
Woody Harrelson.
No, Eddie Murphy. This is a true story, by the way. You can Google it.
A third twin.
Yeah, they were going to make a third twin, and it was going to be Eddie Murphy, and I was
Like
in.
twins plus one? What is
No, they were going
actually-
to find out it was like another.
Oh, this is going to be like twins crossed out triplets.
It was going to be twin and a half men, but
That's perfect. I like it.
That's true. They were
Yes.
actually going to make
That
this
would be
movie.
good.
that's wild. That's
Twin and a
wild.
half.
Twin and a half.
Twin and a half. Who's the half? That's up to your interpretation.
It's got to be Danny.
It's got to be. I loved that movie growing up, though, by the way. It's so dumb.
It's not.
Man.
So, yeah.
That was a quick. That can't be it. Like that. We're only 17 minutes in on this episode, so
Really?
yeah.
Are we done? Are we done?
That's like, I mean-
so God loves and sees and loves them, and we just
Yeah.
going to go. Like this
What-
is because God wants us all to love everyone inside and out. And that's
Well, I
why
think
He's made us this way.
the key to race really is learning about people.
Which is kind of back to what we were talking about, because if you don't know, then you end up fearing and therefore having some kind of
This was our
animosity.
episode that
Yeah.
you weren't here for.
Yeah,
Oh.
that's the one.
Well,
So,
don't give me any spoilers.
no spoilers. I'm just saying, if you don't know things, you end up fearing them.
Yeah.
Or
It's true.
You end up fearing them, and that can go further. So, you don't know people who look like this, whether they're, any whatever person. You don't know that person, that culture. You may have your preconceived ideas, and then we prejudge out of fear, and whatever our judgment is, which
Yeah.
is scary person should be. I mean, I'm pretty sure I can look a little scary sometimes.
No.
I've heard
Mainly your height, not the
No,
color of
I
your
wouldn't even
skin.
go that
Your
route.
height.
I was in it. No.
I don't know. It depends.
Who's
on
the
what
bald
it
head?
is.
That
It's
guy?
the
Oh.
bald.
Yeah, it's the bald head that kind of.
Yeah, that and the biceps. I mean, he
I think
looks
it's-
like he could.
Yeah.
I mean, I thought it was the trench coat and the shades and stuff.
No.
Morpheus.
No, no. When I see that, it reminds me of Men in Black, and then I'm like, okay, this is good.
the katanas on my back. That's okay.
Oh, yeah.
Blade?
Now I'm Blade.
Now you're Blade.
I thought, maybe some people might get the wrong idea.
One thing I will say, like the church that I go to now,
Okay.
I honestly, it's a smaller church.
Sure.
I think we get maybe like 150 people on a Sunday, right now,
Okay,
in that
yeah,
number. But we have a great Hispanic and African American population in there, where you look in the church, it's not like a lot of churches in, how
Right.
there's
Because there's
nowadays
white church.
there's white churches, there are black
church, and
churches.
there's
Yeah,
Spanish
absolutely.
church.
Yeah, it is a mix of all. Like if you would walk in there, you wouldn't be able to be like, oh, this is a white church, or oh, this is a Hispanic church.
Yeah. No, this
You
is
walk
church.
in, you're like, oh, this is church.
'Cause
Like it is equally mixed between all the races, and it's like so beautiful because when people are worshiping, like
It doesn't matter.
no, not at all. And I love when we're worshiping, and I just hear from the back, Santo, Santo, and I'm like, yes. I don't know what it means, but yes. Or people are like, are calling out to God in Spanish, and you hear it, and I'm like, man, that's so beautiful. I don't know what they're saying, but like,
Yeah.
But you know what it is.
But you're right,
But
you
yeah.
feel it.
Yeah.
you feel it, and it's like so cool to like be experiencing that, because like when I grew up in church, it was a Lutheran church, and it was a white church.
It's a white church. That's
Very white church. Not that all Lutheran churches are white churches, but mine was particularly. And then
No, they're all white.
I've seen a couple, but only the two that I've seen
and
were.
even the church that we went to for the same time, even though there is diversity there, it's still predominantly.
Oh, absolutely. No question. No question.
And I went to your church for a
Yeah.
while too, and that has a little bit more of a mix, I would say.
Yeah, I
to
agree.
some
Yeah,
degree,
yeah, I would agree
but
with that, yeah.
still predominantly.
Well, and that is the
Also
a white
location,
church.
too.
Yeah,
Right,
yeah,
of course,
there's
of
a lot
course.
of it is area, but no, I hear what you're saying, and that's one thing that I always enjoyed about church and the church that I went to in Easton, which does have an arm here. It's just a different situation, but when I walked into that church, that is exactly what I loved about it. Is in Easton,
Yeah.
yeah. And when I walked into that church,
I didn't want to name drop churches on the mic. But I wanted to make sure, because that's the only one that I know that has a branch here and there. So that's what I wanted to make sure of. Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know at all.
Yeah. And I walked in there, and it was exactly as you said. I mean, just everybody, every, shape, size, color. I mean, just
Love
it felt like everybody was there. And it was one of the things that bothered me about the churches that I had been in, was that every time the pastor would say, what are we doing? What we do, and this is what we do, and we don't do that. And I would always wonder, am I part of that we?
Yeah.
Or am I just sitting in? Well, no, I would sometimes wonder.
Yeah.
For example, here's one thing the pastor said from the pulpit when he was welcoming people. It was summertime, so so now we're it's summer, so we're gonna have our church shoot. I know that's strange, but yes, we get together. We're a redneck church, so we do have a church shoot. So I'm thinking to myself,
What is a church
wait,
shoot?
am I part of the redneck church? I'm not sure. Is that me? This is what the pastor said. But no,
What
we
is
got
a
together, and I
church
went to the
shoot?
shoot.
What is a shoot?
Everybody brings their guns. We go to this guy's house.
Oh, see, I think.
No, we
Shoot.
everybody brings
You
their
know
guns.
what's funny? Because I'm thinking, shoot, like,
Oh,
No.
Wait. So, what were your thoughts when they said church shoot? What is a church?
Oh, I knew we were going to be shooting guns, so
Okay,
I
you
went.
thought shooting guns.
Yeah.
I thought shooting hoops.
Well, I just
was
knew
like,
who was
photo
talking.
shoot, yeah.
Well, I just knew
Shoot.
who was talking.
Oh, okay.
So I knew the context of it.
Oh, yeah,
and
yeah,
I
we didn't
was,
have that
I
background.
was, yes, yeah, I knew the context. It was when he was introducing other people. So, but I knew that it was something that happened. But when he said, "Yeah, we're a redneck church," and I was like, but thanks, but that's but yes, I did get that feeling. Whereas when I went to that other church, it was just like,
Now, wait a minute. So, you went
It
to a
was-
redneck church,
yeah,
and how did you feel?
I felt fine.
Okay.
Everybody was lovely.
Okay. Well, that's great.
Yeah, I felt that was the first church I went to that was the church where I was a youth group leader.
Oh.
It
Was that
wasn't. It wasn't.
Easton, or was
It
that-
was when he said we're a redneck church. He was mostly being facetious. He was just like,
Right,
I don't know how
the
many churches.
location.
How many churches do you go to that have a shooting event as a church event? I don't know. I haven't seen many. There may be more. I don't know. But
Have you been to Texas?
Well, no. I mean, even around. I mean, around
Yes, he
here,
goes to Texas all the time.
especially a church that's
He's
actually
been to
closer to New Jersey, closer to New York, where nobody up there is going out shooting generally. Not as a church. It was fairly odd, apparently. I don't know, but I had a good time. I got to shoot an AK-47.
Did you really?
Yeah. Oh yeah. I shot an AK-47. Shot a pump shotgun. I shot the AR-15. Yeah.
Ooh.
Oh my goodness, that thing's crazy. Oh yeah, man. No, that's what I'm saying. Then we ate some
I
chili.
love shooting guns.
It was good. We pull up. This guy had like
very white
8 or
American.
10
I was like,
acres.
I like
Pull up
shooting.
the driveway, and it says "God and Guns." Not lying.
Well, there-
And that was true. God was there. There was a lot of prayer, a lot of Jesus loving people,
and if you don't
and
like
a lot
God,
of guns.
we'll make you meet him quicker.
You pull up the driveway, you know what you're going to find. You're going to find God and guns. You still want to
God
come
and
up?
guns.
Come on up. So all that to say, that was different culture that I
Yeah.
experienced, but I experienced it differently than when I feel like we're all together, all from many different many
Yeah.
different nations, all praising God and singing the same
Yeah.
song and really feeling that unity.
Mhm.
It's something that's hard to find. It's hard to
Yeah.
find in any situation, but
Well,
that's what I
because
was looking for.
it is location.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? I think like what you were saying, if it's listen, if it's a predominantly white area,
That's what's going to be there.
that's who's going to be there.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah, nobody's traveling too far
Right.
for church. I mean, there's got to be a reason.
Yeah, right.
Traveling too far, traveling very far
I
for
mean,
church.
you go
so.
pretty far.
An hour and a half, about
Okay.
15.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you go pretty
Yeah,
far,
so that,
but-
like I said, unless there's a
But
reason,
that's
and that's
right. But
and
that's
that's
Yeah.
filling
what
your
I found.
spiritual tank has nothing
Exactly.
to do with.
Oh, yeah. Oh,
You know.
100%.
Yeah, otherwise you wouldn't do it. That's what I'm
Of
saying.
course,
You were
yeah.
drawn there, and that is where you get fed for the week
Yeah.
and more.
I was gonna say your catch up yesterday's service was insanity. It was it's funny, there wasn't even a service. It was a full thing of Holy Spirit led worship the whole time. That we oh my gosh. And it's funny that it came right after the tent revival too.
Oh, of
so like
course,
I was
everybody's
on
still,
fire.
Everybody's still floating.
But
Yeah, you're right.
there was only like 6 people from the church that were there though.
Really?
That's the thing. Yeah, because I go
Oh, that's
I go to
contagious.
church in York. The revival
Right,
was
the
10 minutes from here.
revivals, Yeah.
So
Okay.
yeah,
But
we
they just
were
didn't want to travel.
some people from York came up, but like, so my pastor of the church down in York lives in Robizonia, which is 15 minutes from here ish, 20
About
minutes.
15, 20.
Got a strange connection to tell you about that.
Okay, love that. And
On air or off air?
Off air.
Off air.
No. We good.
And so they also commute about an hour for the church that he pastors over. And so I met my pastor through this tent revival last year because his daughter and son-in-law lead the worship at the tent revival and for the ministry. And so they were up there and everything. But anyway, yeah, we were just doing worship and they get to like I go to a Pentecostal church, so it's a little bit more
Yeah, well, so do I.
yeah. So worship is intentional. Not just like, hey, we're on a time limit, 3 songs and that's it. Like if
Yeah.
we're not starting the service at
No,
this time.
that's sort of like mine. We're sort of that way.
And that's
Let the spirit lead.
Right,
As far as
but-
what,
Yeah.
what the service is going to be. There's a loose plan.
Yes.
There's a loose plan.
Yeah.
very loose, very loose. It's very like if the Holy Spirit moves and it changes
We
plans.
can go over,
Plans changed.
but let's stay.
If
within
there's
the-
there's a message that needs to be spoken, and
Yes.
if the Lord wants me to speak it today, then that's what's going to happen.
yes.
Yeah.
Otherwise, we'll
and-
speak it next time.
But it was so crazy because we're just in the middle of worship and like it was just the most beautiful thing. Like the Spirit just took over and just started ministering to people in the audience and in attendance.
How did you see that? How do you see that?
Or do you feel it?
Yeah.
Both.
Okay.
So like you could just tell like people were, and normally like we do have a very passionate church going regulars that you know worship is worship, so they're pretty
Oh
intentional.
yeah, full
but there
body,
was-
full body worship.
They're
Yeah.
immersed.
Yeah.
and that's pretty normal. But there was just something different, and there was just even more of it, and it very quickly, like, quote unquote, to what a traditional church service would say, went off the rails, to the point where it was like people were just on their faces, just surrendering. You could just see people just like in tears, just in the glory of God, just like worshiping their heart out.
Was there anything in particular that set it off? Like, was it just, hey, everybody, welcome, or just the music started playing?
So here's what's
songs
funny.
Started playing.
So
songs going, and everything just maybe, and then it's just.
This
flies.
isn't anything to do with me. I'm going to clarify that first. But I had the role of service host, which is the person that welcomes on stage right in the beginning of everything. So my church just recently started doing something a little bit new. So now we have a prayer meeting in the morning. They've had that forever.
Okay.
So at 9:00, the sanctuary opens. Somebody comes and they just start praying, and it's like corporate. It's an opportunity for like corporate prayer in the church. We pray for the people that are going to come through the doors. We pray for the church. We pray for things going on in the world, whatever.
Sure.
And people can come and pray. So there was a decent showing for that. And then what used to happen is then it would be done. Then there'd be like 15, 20 minutes between that and when the service would start. So they just recently, in the past like 3 weeks, shifted, and now the worship team gets on right after prayer's done.
Okay.
And the worship team just starts playing. They don't sing, but they'll like just have like the music going in the background and
Warming
just
up, sort of.
to a degree, but not like a full blown warm up. They have their warm up before prayer, and people walk in. But then what was happening is then they'd still stop, and there'd be like a 3-minute, like what my job would have been, which is to like welcome people online, in person, give like a little bit of a brief little thing, and then pray. Yeah. And at the 10 revival, my pastor was there, and I got the notification Saturday that I was going to be doing this Sunday, because she just made the June schedule, the lead.
So you're on staff. You're on staff there all the time. Just on call.
Semi-regularly.
The roles kind of change.
Yeah. And I remember I was having a conversation with my pastor, and I was like, man, like, I'm not going to lie to you. Like, I saw that I was like going to be serving tomorrow, and I wasn't like super excited about it, because like I just got done serving 7 straight days with the 10 revival out until like 1 a.m., and I'm like, man, I'm serving Sunday. And then I just felt the Lord, and he was like, David, I've just been preparing you for 7 days, and now I'm going to be putting you in a service role. But my pastor was like, oh yeah, by the way, I wanted to talk to you. I want to shift the service host role. He's like, because we're doing all this to build up with like the Spirit of God. Like, we're doing all this. And he's like, we can't just be doing this, having this build up just for like a drop off, because now somebody's getting a microphone for 5 minutes that is interrupting worship, because it's worship playing and then it gets into the worship set. So he's like, we want it to kind of be a continuation. We still want somebody there to welcome, to make sure people that are like mingling in the lobby come in. So he's like, here's what I want. You get on stage. Hey, everybody, welcome. We're getting ready to start worship. Come on in. Let's go. Quick prayer and done. So I was there early for the prayer in the morning, knowing that my pastor kind of wanted like this type of, different style. And then I was there for like sitting in, listening to this worship. So when I get the microphone, I'm fired up.
Yeah, you're ready to go.
I was already filled. I was overflowing.
Oh, goodness.
So I'm like, I was on stage for maybe 35 seconds, and 15 seconds of that was like me praying over the audience, like welcoming the Holy Spirit in. And I was like, hey, everybody, welcome to Gateway. If you're in the lobby, come on in. Worship's already been going on. The Spirit of God's already here. Come on, expect the Lord. Expect the Lord's presence today.
Sure.
Heavenly Father, and I just go right into prayer.
Yeah.
Hand over the mic, worship starts. And then, oh my gosh, I'm getting the chills. They're worshiping, they're going, and it's funny because I then will come on after, and whoever the service host is will like do the offering and call the ushers to pass.
Sure,
They're still a little old school, and like they'll do that because they treat it as it's another part of worship, to give your tithe and offerings and stuff. And normally the worship leader gives me like a head nod, or whoever the service host is, a head nod to like know when to come back on. And it was funny, and I don't think this was me again, but I remember like after normally there's like a 3 or 4 song set list.
Okay.
And I remember like after the 4th song, like she's just playing and she's still playing. And I remember I made eye contact with her. And like we both were like, no, we're not, like, I'm not going back on stage. And she's not stopping playing. And then our pastor just started singing a song immediately. And it was like, you could tell it was just the Spirit took over because, and then we literally just the whole way through.
Just kept playing.
The whole way through.
Yeah. Playing, yeah.
And it was the most beautiful thing. There were people just, I say slain in the Spirit, and I hope people don't like listen to that in the wrong way. Like, I mean, like the Lord just touching souls and moving hearts. And it was the most beautiful thing. And my pastor, oh my gosh, now I'm coughing.
Yeah. Well, yeah, but that sounds like pretty awesome. And you're saying that whole crowd was every nationality,
there was
every
no
shape, size,
Yeah.
everything. Kids and things.
Yeah, that's
Because normally the announcements calls the kids to go downstairs to their time. Now like the little ones will go.
Yeah, they're in the nursery or whatever.
The nursery.
Yeah.
But like there's the kids ministry for like, for teaching.
Which they get dismissed after
Worship and everything. Yeah, because we
worship
believe
never
in
stopped.
Yeah. Because we
I think
believe
that's great.
Yeah.
Because I keep my kids. I never put them off into little school. They just would stay with us the whole time, church and all.
One thing I love about my pastor is he's like, if I had it my way, he said there wouldn't be a kids ministry. He said ministry is ministry. He's like,
Exactly. That's
why
how
do we
I
separate our kids
Yeah,
from
why?
the parents? Like,
I'm
what
showing
better?
you by example.
Exactly.
Yeah,
But there is the extent of like,
I get it.
it to help understand it, you to teach them in a direct way.
You need to make the message. You need to hit them where they're at. You got to get the message
Right.
where on a
So-
level they can understand.
Yes,
And
it's true.
also have the given like kids typically can learn better through hands-on activities, not sitting down and listening and stuff like that. So like you do need that, of course.
You're right.
Right.
It's up
But-
to you personally.
But they are still very in the kids worship with us. Like they're going to see, because there's no better thing to see than
Exactly.
grown people, like adults in general. But like, I love that our church, we have, in some churches, you'll see like men specifically, like hands in their pockets, and they're like, and if that's how they worship, that's how they
You're
worship.
right.
My church is a whole lot of men that aren't afraid to get down on their hands and knees and be worshiping from there, crying, hands in the air, fully praising, singing their hearts out. Like, that I think
They're
for
in it.
a
They're in it,
child
yeah.
to see that there are men that are fully surrendered to God.
Yes.
I think that is why in the Bible, like men are called to be the leaders of the house, because it's just something different.
It is.
It's different to see a grown man who's supposed to be stoic and all the things just to be fully
humble.
surrendered and humbled in the presence of God. And I think that's one of those things, like, to go off of like, there has to be a reason for somebody to drive a long distance for church.
Yeah.
That's it for me.
Yeah,
It's like I
hear you.
see grown men, like senior to me, 70s, 80-year-old, can barely stand, are
They're
doing their
Yeah.
best to get to their feet and just praising the Lord. And it's like that. I'm like, yeah.
You know what's interesting? We talked way back in the day about your and my, to an extent, gift of discernment, being able to see things about people, and it's the things that I see because people are in many cases laid bare in church.
Sure.
Some allow themselves to be laid bare and some don't.
Right.
But you can kind of see who's open to it and who's not. And when you see a whole room, 400 or 500 people just wide open to the message and to the Spirit, being in it myself, it's kind of like you kind of look around and it's like a collective consciousness kind of thing.
Yeah.
But also what you were saying is about this 80-year-old, 90-year-old people, these people, when I see that, I immediately kind of fall into what is this person's life like? And I just, it's weird. There's like a FBI profiler in my brain, and I can seriously, and I'm like, and I can, like see this person's life for a minute. Whatever I made up in my head. True, maybe not. I'm not going to go up and ask, do you have a dog named Lucy? I'm not going to
How'd you know?
God gives you those specifics. That's
Exactly,
crazy.
right?
Yeah. Love that.
but no, he just, I can just like feel something
Right.
from them, and it doesn't matter who they are. And I think that's one of the beautiful things that God gives us is the ability to see past what we see and feel the relationship that we have with every soul on this planet.
And that is the key to the subject at hand. It's not about, like you were just saying, it's about the knowing the person.
Yeah.
And that's how we teach, and that's how we grow, and that's how we move forward in all things.
Right.
You know, it's getting to know the person and then telling the person about ourselves. And I think that's the best way of sharing Christ.
Or telling them about him.
But
Then
even
tell them about
then,
ourselves.
exactly. But even like your kids, they'll grow up in this, and they're going to come to a point where they're going to go to another church, and it's going to be completely different.
Yeah.
And
Like, what's going on in here?
Yeah, right.
You see, and like this is the thing that
And that's where the diversity comes in, you know,
Right.
because there's no wrong worship in my mind. It's still worship.
Yeah.
How you do it is up between you and God.
That's right.
truthfully, I think like I don't know who I've had this conversation with, but like, I mean, we know in the Christian church there's however many denominations,
Oh God.
but
yeah.
I think that each denomination is tailored to the sense of like it draws people in a like-minded sense of like how people, like some people need to be more like Catholic Church, for instance. They're all about tradition.
Yes.
And there are people that operate best when there's tradition
Yeah.
and there's that type of thing.
There's the guidelines.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm a crazy entrepreneur, right? Like, so for me, I like the chaos.
Yeah.
I like the fact that my pastor wasn't like, oh man, like the worship was really good. We're feeling the Spirit of God, but like I got to get this message in because
Right,
people are
it's 11
expecting.
o'clock. I gotta
It's 11
be-
o'clock.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
I got to get this message in.
I got 20 minutes.
And he's the first one that's like, no, we're going with it.
yeah.
So like for me, that like that
Yeah.
works for me. And
Of course.
but I will say this though, and this is one of the things that since like really this like new relationship with Jesus, I would say from last year, because I gave my life in 22 and I accepted Jesus as Savior. But then it wasn't until everything that happened like last year in my life that really like radically directed my course. And the old church that I went to, I think, was also a culprit of this, and not a good way. Not many churches anymore know how to like share the joy of the Lord. Like they don't, because it's so systemized, it's so structured.
It is. It's very structured.
It kind of prohibits the opportunity to just literally be joyful in the presence of God. And if we like, and then it's
I would
like,
say it's not. It is definitely limited. Not that it's
Yes,
not
I
there.
agree.
Yeah,
You're-
yeah.
I agree 100%.
but
limited.
it's limited. Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's like,
It's limited by what is a perceived behavioral norm.
right.
You know?
Yes,
And
I
I
agree.
think it's more it's perceived that way because no one does it. So the
Well,
perception is
do
the
you think it
perception.
become more corporate?
What's that?
Yeah. I would say it's corporate.
Yeah.
Oh, no,
because
it definitely is.
Yeah,
It
because
definitely
it's like
is.
this is the time we start. This is
Yep,
the time
no, it
worship
definitely
ends,
is.
This is the time
There's
we
no
do our
no
message,
no question
da-da-da-da.
about it. It is very structured, and it is there's no question about that. But what I think it's a different model. That's the whole thing.
100%.
It's a
Yeah.
different model.
Yeah.
It's a different engagement model. But
Yeah.
that's what you're saying, which
But-
is why I have more than one church.
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah, and that's okay.
I go to one only on Sundays, but like I'm a part of a separate ministry that does these tent revivals. I help out a church in my town very regularly, and I was at your church the other week.
Oh,
Had a good conversation with your pastor.
Oh, did you really?
The fact that he still remembers me blows me away. Like
Really?
he sees
Wow.
me and he's like, "David, what's up?" And I'm like,
Well, that's.
I'm like,
good. There's
I
a lot of
haven't
people-
been in your
I've never
flock.
met him.
Really?
I've done. You do a thing where you go and you do coffee with the pastor.
Yeah.
I've done it like 7 times because I was trying to join like a small group, but I never like got past.
Go full it. Yeah.
Yeah, I was like, this is too complicated for me.
Yeah, it's funny because like I only ever had like one-on-one with him.
Yeah.
And I was a part of the church for probably like 7 months, if that.
Really?
And-
Wow. Okay.
But he just every time he sees me, and I'm there, and I only
be
go
good or
there. I don't know which one.
Depends on- yeah.
Yeah.
We'll have to get him on.
Yeah, we'll have to get him on. I'd love to have him on the pod. That would be great. But yeah, this is the second time because like I only go when this ministry I'm a part of when she teaches there, and she was there for Pentecost Sunday.
Okay.
And I was there helping her out at the end, and he's there. He sees me. He's like, "David, how's it going?" And I don't know why, but that just like filled me up in a second because I'm like, man,
that's great.
you know,
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
like,
yeah.
wow.
When they remember who you are, and it's a big church.
And, yeah, I mean, this is 2,000 plus people that he shepherds.
Yeah.
And yeah, from somebody that hasn't been there in 2 years,
Wow.
plus
that's
almost 3 years. Yeah. Wow. And he still like remembers me by name. I'm like, wow, like that. That's a good pastor. Yeah.
Yeah, he's a good guy. I like
Yeah.
I like the pastor. Yeah.
Yeah, I hear what you're saying. There's many different ways to worship, and I think, like you said, as long as you are connecting with God and getting fed, and there are many churches that we investigated and we're like, no, it's just not feeling this, not feeling it here, and then we settled in, and what I was looking to feel was the love of the Lord. That's what I was looking at, the love and
Right.
the joy of the Lord and a heart for the lost.
Oh.
That's,
okay. Yeah.
That was what I was thinking. I think that's what that other church, that's their main focus is. Go and grab them and then see what happens. So that's whereas both the other churches that, one you're talking about and the other church I go to are more about, okay, you're here, you're in the tent. Most people, you're here, you're in the tent already. You know the basics.
Right.
Now, what are we going to do about it? It's more like that. So it's just different. It's different styles, but they're
right.
But
Yes,
they're still all focused on God, the Spirit, and what we do while we're here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I agree.
That's actually a good topic for. I got too close to the mic there. I think that would be a good topic for an episode. Would be like, what should we be looking for in a church?
Well, I thought we did that.
Did we?
I think we kind
it was like if
we all kind of touch base on.
I mean, I know we were kind of like jumping around it on this episode, but like,
but I thought there was one. It was like if you just came into this city, what would you recommend for church?
That's how I view every pod.
Well, yeah.
That's sort of how my goal is. Like,
right, but I'm not going
to
recommend a pod I'm not recommend a church in every pod.
No, I wouldn't recommend a church at all.
Yeah, right.
That's your journey.
But every pod is designed to help you figure out what to look for in a church.
Yeah,
put it that way.
Yeah. Because again, when I'm going to go back to our original topic, is I do, there's the people that go to just white church or just black church or whatever.
But they don't call it that.
They don't.
It's just church.
It's still church. It's just what's the message.
Well,
but I view it like if I'm in heaven, I'm going to see everybody, and I'm going to. I don't think God views it as, oh, you're this or you're that. You know what I mean? Yes, we're all different looking.
Yeah.
Physically.
Well, because as long as we are all focused on
Christ,
the main thing.
Yeah.
Do it how you want. As long as we're focused on the main thing, we're all going down the same narrow path together.
Yeah, we're all ending up in the same place.
Yeah.
I mean, well, not technically.
You can
either going
you
one
can
or
walk
the other.
slowly. You could run. You can jog. You can flip. You can.
You can flip. We're all going to meet the Maker.
Exactly. You're on the path. You're all on the path together. Do it how you want. I mean, because seriously, that's if we were all brothers and sisters in Christ, all part of the body of Christ.
Yes.
The eyes is like that. The verse. The eyes can't do what the hands can do. The feet can't do what your elbow can do. So every part of the body has a purpose.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
And we're all different and all necessary.
That's right.
Yeah. Well, I feel better about life. I don't know about you.
Good. I'm glad we were.
You're glad you can help me here.
Yeah. Anytime you need Steve and I to just make you.
Yeah.
So,
well, I mean, it's a touchy subject.
It is.
And I didn't want to go at it a certain way. I was trying to keep it.
Well, it's the same thing what we did when we talked about
taboo.
politics. Politics is a touchy subject, but you know what? A lot of those things fall away when you're talking about the Spirit of God and Jesus.
Yeah. 100%.
Yeah, no, I agree.
And, one thing I will say that I'm proud of for us is how many Christians just avoid these conversations because of their touchy. And it's like,
Yes.
well, how can I show the love of God? Because this is like, it's a hot topic.
It is a hot topic.
But what did Jesus do in his ministry?
Yeah, right.
He didn't run away from the hot topic issues. He sat down with the tax collectors.
Walk right in there with everybody.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's going on in here?
Now,
How you doing? I'm Jesus.
Jesus.
Oh, you already know me. Okay.
Word spread, huh? Now I have like Jesus is like a pimp with like a little like.
Oh, God. Here we go.
No, he didn't. A little cane.
But he probably talked to some of them.
yeah.
Oh, pimp.
Yes, of
Oh,
course.
Probably, yeah. I mean, if he met with the prostitutes, I'm sure he met with the pimps
met
too.
with them too.
It's true.
Probably the tax collector.
Oh no!
Everyone knew they were not the greatest guys. People.
Oh,
Oh,
I was gonna hit the button.
No,
No.
no.
So this is not acceptable. Is that?
unscrupulous. And then they met Jesus.
Yeah, this is true. But I do agree. I don't want to sugarcoat topics. I do want to, because you're right. I mean, if we just sit there and just are like, oh, well, hey, Jesus was really nice and great, and that's all true, and he was loving.
But I'm not going to be.
Right, but I don't want to talk about this. And that I think is unfair as a Christian. We should be open and honest and talk about everything and anything because we're all going through the journey of life. And these things are going to happen.
I think
Yeah? No?
I think it's just more of a question of our ability to have that conversation without making it a worldly conversation. And you can't. It's not that you can't. It's a very
Right. Taste.
It's a difficult needle to thread.
Yeah, no, I agree. Yeah.
In regular conversation, yes. But a bunch of Christians sitting together who know each other, yeah, we could probably have that conversation.
Yeah.
I have been amongst Christians, all Christians talking about it, and if race comes up, even though we all love Jesus, we can't agree that race doesn't. It's better to just not.
And
Jesus or not.
and how this ties in because you brought
My favorite way. Sorry, I don't want to cut you off. My favorite thing about that is it's like a bunch of people that are like, oh, yeah. And I had this conversation with somebody. I had this guy, and he was trying to tell me like, oh, well, and he was being anti-Semitic.
Okay.
And I was just like, he was Jewish, and he just went, no, and I was like, hate to break the news to you. Just putting it out there.
But there are some times that you can't have it. When you said we should be able to,
We should.
I don't know what how I feel about should. I'm trying to, but I think you're right. Only that comes in.
The
Hold
should
on.
is us.
Yes, the should comes in the fact that you are a follower of Jesus, and as a follower of Jesus, you should be able to have a conversation about race without making it
Racist.
dirty.
yeah.
All right, so go ahead. I'm sorry.
Well, I was gonna say that we had the conversation before about like politics and Christianity, and one thing that I think creates the.
Sorry, I'm not going to say anything.
Go ahead.
No.
Okay.
All right.
No, my
What
mind
happened?
went, okay, now I can think of every rotten thing to like topic.
Well, no, I was gonna say because you were talking about like in the context of race, like being able to have those conversations and things, and it's like when by following Jesus, what we start to do is we start looking at like mainly because of the visual of like different color of skin.
Sure.
We understand that there's probably a different culture or different ethnicity that they grew up with that's different than yours.
Of course.
Which, again, because remember the things that are seen and unseen, that's something visual that can automatically trigger the brain if we're receptive to it.
Right.
But it's like being able to have that openness of a conversation. It's like, well, obviously if somebody doesn't agree with me politically or agree or like this, that, or
culturally.
whatever,
Yeah.
it's like, well, what was their upbringing like?
Mm.
And it's like being able to understand that we are all uniquely created because, you know, of the verse that you quoted of like, you know, the hand can't do what the foot can do, the foot can't do what the tongue can do.
Yeah.
Complete paraphrasing of that quote.
Yeah,
but,
exactly. The whole
Right,
thing.
but it makes sense. Yeah.
but we're all different members of the same body.
Correct.
And it's like being able to, for me anyway, like I used to have to think that like, oh, well, I believe this politically, and that's because it's true and it's a fact and it just makes the most sense. And
Right.
nobody else was able to like tell me their opinion because I, number one, quite frankly, didn't care because I thought I was right or anything else. And then what Christ has really done in my life is like, well, ask this question. What led
Right.
you to that belief?
Yeah.
Or being able to learn about somebody else's upbringing and experience and their culture and like those things. And like for me,
Yeah.
that's like so cool when you get to like
That's the fascinating part of why
is
we're
when
all
yeah
different.
But
That's
you got
why
to
we're
be
different.
open to that learning.
exactly
Yes.
And you just said that was a change in you. You were not open to learning that and having that conversation. You didn't agree with me. Then I'm
Yeah,
either
yeah,
going
I'm
to
on my
force
way.
you to, or I'm going to force you to see that I'm right, or I'm going to just mark you
Yeah.
off as
I'm
someone
either going to win
less
or you're
intelligent than
gonna
I.
walk away. Right, yeah.
You know,
Yeah,
I'm just
you're
going to
right.
write you off.
yeah
Yeah.
You know, but it's basically a closed mind because and a closed mind will never learn because you can't put anything in it.
There you go.
that's right
It's true.
So
all right
but in that being open to that, I think it's something that happened with my wife and me when we first met. Both very different upbringings, but we came together to love each other.
Was it really
But
different
there were different. There were absolutely.
Oh, all right.
But then what? Because
You both went to private school.
no, but that yes, I mean just
All right. I'm not trying to knock it.
demographically,
Okay.
our experiences were different.
what are you getting at, Greg?
All right, huh?
What are you getting at?
I'm a public school kid. I don't know.
I'm both. I'm public school and private school.
Oh, all right. Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I thought you were just private.
I just act that way.
Oh,
I just play one on TV. But no, there are some things that she didn't understand about me and my culture, and as my wife, you need to understand this. I want you to understand this because if you don't understand these things about me and my culture, then you won't fully understand me, and that's not gonna work.
right.
And but we can have those kinds of conversations with anyone to, tell me more about your upbringing, about what
Right,
was your
why
life
are
like.
you
For some of us, we already know. Like you and I, when we met, I had no idea your upbringing was so similar to mine.
Oh.
Your upbringing is more similar to mine than Holly's is.
Oh, really?
Absolutely.
Oh, I didn't know that. All right.
You know,
The more you know.
that's what I'm saying.
Hit the button.
The more you know. No, not that one.
That's a
I
long
think
one.
you're up in you Boston, right? You're Boston.
Springfield.
I don't know where that's at.
Springfield,
exactly.
Massachusetts. Isn't that where The Simpsons is?
It's Springfield. There's 47 or 40 Springfields in the United States. That's why they went with Springfield, because you have no idea what state they're in.
It's Boston.
Oh,
It's
I didn't know
Massachusetts.
that.
No,
It's
there's no nuclear
Massachusetts.
plant. There's no nuclear plant in Springfield, Mass.
Is there a
One
nuclear
less.
plant in any of the Springfields?
We're gonna have to ask a robot. I don't know.
Are you easy Googling it?
Then that would be the one. But no, they made sure they didn't. But no, Springfield's the birthplace of basketball.
Is it really? I
Absolutely.
thought that'd be like Indiana.
Basketball Hall of Fame is in Springfield, Mass.
Wow.
Yep.
What tragedy.
Invented in Springfield College. We spent.
Did you go there?
What's that?
Did you go there?
To Springfield College?
Yeah.
I was.
You know
I
the
wanted to
story?
leave home. I wasn't trying to stay home. Crazy. I was out.
Did you guys ever hear the story of like why and how basketball was invented?
Yeah, many times. I grew up in Springfield.
Yeah, yeah.
Of course.
Oh, I have no clue. Why?
No, it was at YMCA, right?
Okay.
Well, yeah.
Technically, and it was.
By the way, I gotta cut this pod short. The NBA Finals is on.
But wasn't it? It was like 100% Christ centered
Really?
when it started because it was.
Well, that they didn't talk about because I was in public school.
Okay. But it was from what I was told and what I've done the research on was I
For a whole
believe-
2 seconds.
No, not right now.
The research
No.
is like 2 seconds.
Yeah, like you're really like,
No,
I was
this
back
is-
there researching.
This is the Springfield.
Back when I
nuclear.
wrote my dissertation.
Yeah. Back when I was going for my doctorate, when I was doing the research on basketball. Because as a 5'6" white man, I love basketball.
I do.
I did the other winter sport.
Wrestling.
Yeah.
There we go.
Yeah.
I did not.
At least at my school, there was really only 2 options for a guy for there was like winter track, but
Not doing that.
yeah, like they just ran in the hallways all day. I don't like all. I was like, I mean, smaller public school. We had 2.5 winter sport options.
Not at Reading.
But anyway,
We had about 90 and we were like,
I was gonna say, yeah. But it was
swimming.
like
That was a
it
good
was a
one.
Christian start. It was apparently from a YMCA. There was a guy, and he just had like an activity, and it was
Dr. Naismith.
shooting a ball into
That's-
a legitimate basket,
Peach
and he
basket.
would use it to disciple these kids coming through the program, and he was teaching the gospel through
Through
this
basketball.
new sport. Yeah.
Huh.
So it started out as a complete Christian.
Well, and YMCA was a Christian organization.
Yes, this is true. Yeah. That makes sense.
But yeah, that was,
By the way, no Springfield in the United States has a nuclear plant.
Exactly. Yeah.
Wow.
They wouldn't leave that out. They want you to never know where they are.
Yeah,
That was
because I just looked it up. I said Springfield in the U.S. that has a nuclear plant, and then AI said, "I think you're thinking about the fictional Springfield from the long-running animated comedy show, The Simpsons."
maybe that's what I'm thinking. Yeah. Yeah. Sometimes just ask a robot and do it.
Yeah.
Which is too bad because it's hard to just have a debate about anything anymore because everybody can just
You
end the
Google
argument
it.
like boom, done.
Yeah, right. You can Google.
No, that wasn't him. No,
You can
that
fact check.
was Judd Nelson. No, it wasn't. It was Andrew McCarthy. No, it wasn't. It was
Google
Eddie
it.
Murphy.
Who's Eddie Murphy? No, he played Dolomite.
Oh no!
It's true.
No, we can't. No, we can't.
Can't- what?
Can't go down that road because it's a road. We're walking by it. The Dolomite Road.
Yeah,
Dolomite's great.
See?
we're here.
Did you ever see Dolomite?
All right, we're an
Nope, see?
hour and a minute in. So
Ooh, see, this is a good time
To start with,
to start the ramp down.
yeah, the ramp down, not the Dolomite, the ramp
The
down,
ramp down.
the ramp down.
did you ever see Dolomite?
Oh boy.
No, we talked about this the last time you brought up Dolomite.
Oh boy.
I feel like that was the last time I was here in the studio. You brought up Dolomite.
Well, I think we need
My
to-
jaw's open. I was like,
I know.
It wasn't
You
for
did.
that comment though, but continue.
So, have we decided
what's that?
why in the world do we need to be looking different? Why aren't we all just blue?
Ooh,
Because I'm blue, yeah buddy, yeah buddy, yeah buddy, yeah buddy, yeah buddy, yeah buddy.
Got a blue house and a blue girlfriend.
huh.
I have a
What?
girlfriend. She is so blue.
She's in Avatar.
She's blue, yeah buddy, yeah buddy.
Okay, no Dolomite and no Eiffel
Oh,
Vorzigen.
I don't even know what you said.
Eiffel 65. Who sings blue?
Oh. I didn't. Did you know that? No, he did not. Okay. So I think personally, I love all the different cultures and nationalities. I just think this is it's something that is just beautiful and experience other people's lives
Yeah.
and what they enjoy and what they don't
Yeah.
enjoy is just fascinating to me. I've always been fascinated by it.
Yeah.
But doing it through the love of Christ makes it a whole different level.
Yeah.
You know.
I mean, it's one of the things
So,
that I love
I-
about traveling and now
Oh
traveling
yeah,
with
because you're a
Holly.
traveler.
We went to Italy and made a
Oh,
point
did you really
to
go to Italy?
find a church that we could go to. We were going to be there over a Sunday, so we were like, hey, let's find a church, and we did.
Oh,
was awesome.
I did not know that. Why did I
You
not
haven't
know
talked
that?
about that? Okay, yeah. we
No,
talked
I've never
about
been to Italy.
Oh yeah, it was a quick trip. It was for business, but we made it for pleasure too. So it was a 4-day trip to
We don't even
Bing
know
Bong
that.
Bong.
Bing bang bong.
Yeah, seriously,
I
it
can
was
see
like
you're still in Italy. Bing bang bong.
bada boom, bada bing, and we're home. We're back in Newark.
Excuse me, did you say New York or Newark?
Newark,
Newark.
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 By the way, I'm rooting for the Spurs tonight.
Why?
I hate the New York.
But they haven't had a championship in 50
I don't
years.
care. I hate their fan base. I'm sorry.
Spoken like Sixers fan. You know.
Yeah.
Man,
Sixers
I have
fan.
I have
Disclaimer.
a comment for after the pod.
Do
But
you really?
It kind of ties
Well,
into the
well,
pod, but I can't
then
say it
let's
on the
close
mic.
out.
Yeah, I
Okay.
can't say it on a hot mic.
Do
Right.
something, I think, is how it starts.
You know what? We can't be upset because he's remembering things. It's just not in the right order.
He did the whole thing the other time.
I
but
did?
You started
Yeah,
from
yeah.
Oh, all right. So where you going? Where you want to start?
wait.
Oh, no.
Any-
We're going to
any
lead it
other
in for you.
topics?
We're going to lead it in for you.
No. Any other thing you want to
Oh.
put a bow on it? I mean,
No, we're good.
I'm good. I think we're good. Yeah.
Bow's been nodded.
This
I would
was the
say-
safest way we could talk about this topic.
Yeah. And I would say be open as Jesus
Yes, be
would
open.
be open because there is so much out there and to have these conversations. Yeah.
Yeah.
Should you as a Jesus follower? Yeah, but, you know,
Yes, you
it's
should
one of
as
those
a
things,
Jesus follower.
like be
yes.
ready to have an answer for the faith that you have.
Yeah.
Be ready to hear about
Be
someone
strong in
else's
your
experience.
convictions.
Be ready.
Yeah, be strong in your convictions, have your faith, and march forth.
And of course,
And
that-
learn and
that-
love
that,
people.
You know, that cheesy saying that I still use sometimes, and sometimes people turn it back on me, and I'm like, dang it.
No, what's that?
What would Jesus do in this
Oh, yeah,
situation?
Mm.
Like, oh, come on, don't do that.
What would Jesus do in that
Exactly.
situation?
What would Jesus do?
Yeah.
What would Jesus do with you saying that right now?
Yeah, what would he do with it?
Yeah. He would look, he'd do what just you did. He
just
would
think
say
we
what
should
you
just keep saying
He would
this.
do the same thing you did.
Till he-
He'd
till
be
he has
like,
no
Would he?
answer.
what would I do?
Yeah.
Well, I think
I know what he would do.
I think you'd be a nice person.
Yeah, but nice people don't go to heaven.
That's right.
They don't?
No.
No.
Not because they're nice.
No, they don't go to. They don't care who you are.
Well, not because they're nice. You can
You
be
don't
nice
go-
and
you
love
can be
Jesus
nice
and go to
and love
heaven.
Jesus, right? But,
Yeah, but-
your niceness doesn't get you in.
Exactly, but that doesn't mean like, oh, you
Boom.
love Jesus, but sorry, you were nice.
Yeah.
You're not coming in.
You were nice. Take your ass out of here.
Love God.
Do something. Be someone.
I am somebody.
Love God.
Love people.
Oh, now it's to do somethings.
Do something.
Thank you for joining us on this episode of Simply Heaven. We hope this discussion has sparked your curiosity and provided some comfort in this often confusing world. Remember, this podcast is all about honest and real conversations, and we encourage you to reflect on your own beliefs and experiences. If you enjoyed our chat, please consider sharing it with a friend or leaving us a review. It helps us reach more people seeking hope and understanding. We'd love to hear your thoughts or stories, so don't hesitate to reach out to us on social media. And remember, the journey to understanding is just as important as the destination. Stay blessed, and we'll see you next week on Simply Heaven.